the compressor, which follows the same, you know, kind of theory of the digital controlled analog, goes a little bit further, that you've got an LCD graphics display that when you change, you know, the control settings, the display updates, it's almost like what you're used to watching on a computer screen, but again, it's still an analog box, you know, that's all, you know, controlled, you know, via digital control circuitry. Besides being the straight compressor, there's 3 coloring kind of knobs on it. The first one, which is VCA color, which may or may not be the best word for it, but it goes from super clean pulse width modulator kind of thing to a vintage diode bridge thing that, well, it's around 12% distortion at plus 24. Now, the super clean path is all discrete. Once you get into the coloring stuff, well, there's a few chips here and there, just, you know, if it's distortion anyways, and, you know, you have to make a little bit of a trade in order to make it work in the price and in the size of the package and everything that it's in. There's a parallel mix control, and then there's also a thing called dynamic color, and what the dynamic color does is, while doing gain reduction, it will expand the wave shape while you're compressing the envelope, if that makes any sense. What it ends up doing is making transients, things like strums on guitars, you know, picking, kick drum, snare drum, it makes them real snappy and punchy. And then in addition, there's a switch that will either make the compressor have an airy high end or a fatter bottom, you know, by doing things with messing with the audio path. And when they stereo link, the one that becomes the master, all controls control the other one. The makeup gain is half dB steps up to 11.5 dB. You know, super accurate tracking. It's a 0.05 dB or better kind of tracking between them. So it's, you know, the bells and whistles that you're sort of used to, but it's still a very, very analog device.